The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Boy,
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? It is Friday, Tuesday night, Friday night. What day is it? It's Tuesday night. It's time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
I'll have what he's having. Can it be Friday night, please? Please. Please.
I don't know why my brain went back to year 3 of the show. Where it was
It's all good. I'll say it. It's been a week and it's Tuesday.
How was your sports weekend?
Braves won 2 out of 3, so I'll take it.
Good weekend. Good
Brock
weekend.
Purdy signed a big deal. I'll take that too.
There you go. Yeah, no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Your man got the bag. He is loaded up, man. That's crazy.
And with that worse strength of schedule and all the football, they should be able to take down some teams that otherwise wouldn't. But it's nice to have a really crappy schedule, opponents wise, other than the top tier ones. And maybe we can sit there and beat up on the has-beens. I'll take that.
Yeah, my quarterback's out here complaining about going to Baltimore again for a night game. He's like, "Not ideal." So that's where we're sitting at. But great weekend for me. Reds 5 in a row, a sweep of the Guardians. FCC gets a point.
I was down there on Saturday. Now that I think about that, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was down there.
Fantastic.
Nothing like a bullpen game, let me tell you. But at the end of the game, when they announced that the entire game was 2 hours and 16 minutes, I was like, that's how baseball should be, baby. Right there.
Yeah, right. You did right. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you.
Whoa. Not going that far. Let's pump the brakes on appreciate you.
Got a hand in it. You did the thing. Spread it up a little bit. Mook.
Thanks.
Mookie's here. Mookie, how was your sports weekend?
It's pretty good, I'd say. The Rockies and the Chi Sox win a combined 5 or 6. I mean, that's actually 1 in 5. They lost 5 of the 6 games, which worked out well for me. Hell is Real was a quality match. I can't be too upset with the outcome. Would I have liked the 3 points? Yes, absolutely. Am I upset with a draw in Columbus? Not necessarily. We played well. It just wasn't there for us, but at least we got the result, right? And on top of that, I'm also going to claim credit because Crystal Palace in the FA Cup won their first major hardware of all time in their club's 100-something year history. And I got to tell you, Mike, I think it all started when Crystal Palace came and was playing FC Cincinnati in those early years to train. I think that was the start of their upward trajectory. So you're welcome, Crystal Palace, for that FA Cup.
Yeah, that was a big win for them, and it gives me hope for tomorrow. Because
you shouldn't have hope. Sorry, just
Tottenham and Man U. Somebody's got to win. One of those teams has to go to the Champions League. It's either Tottenham or it's Man U, and either way, that's bananas. What a bananas end to the Europa League. So yeah, could extend my great sports weekend. We got a ton to get to tonight. NFL has the owners they've passed the rule that allows NFL players to play in the Olympics and flag football. We got votes coming on the Tush Push and playoff reseeding. We got to talk about Brock Purdy getting that bag. We got to talk about the Caitlin Angel beef has been reignited on what was a flagrant foul ? And then all the fallout after that, including Ryan Clark and RG3 going at it on social media. Plus, Drake is blaming somebody else for the Maple Leafs crash out. We will get to all of that and tons more. Before we do, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. We're rating them, as always, on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight, dog or no dog?
Stepping away from the sours for a night, I'm going with Fathead Brewery's Jungle Juice, which is their orange-infused Headhunter IPA. It's 8.5%, and it's a dog. No, I take that back. It's only 7.5, but dog nonetheless. It just tastes like. Remember what was the OJ beer that we had? The OJ logo. It tastes exactly like that. Just dog all around. It just tastes like an orange drink with a little bit of hops on it. I'm enjoying.
So good. That sounds fantastic. Mook, what are you drinking tonight? Dog or no dog?
I'm gonna say it's still a dog, but I've got the Eric Moore Cowbell stout again. Last time I had it at a 4.75, but I don't know. Maybe it's just this can is not quite nearly as good. It's like a little tart or something. We'll see. We'll stick it out, but for now it's still a dog because hey, it's a nice solid beer if nothing else.
For now, it's a dog. Matt Barr is going hard tonight, boys.
Oh, whoa.
He said 4.5 fingers of Jefferson's Ocean.
Jesus.
All I have in the house, and it's the end of the bottle. Dog. Matt, are you okay? You good, bud? We're here if you need to talk, because 4.5 fingers, man. Whew, my man is getting after it. Scott, I'm picking up your slack here. This hour today. Today, this is from Drecker Brewing Company. This is Chonk. It's a dark cherry Sunday stout. Can art was the whole reason why I picked this one up. Like the evil-looking cat on there. This one says it's got flavors of cherry, dark chocolate, lactose. I was worried because I poured this, Scott, and I don't know if you can tell it looked chunky. It's super chunky. But
that's like that raspberry chocolate cheesecake sour I had. That's exactly what it looked like. Yeah, I was nervous too.
Do you want a sour to be chunky like that? I mean, if it was like a milkshake stout, I get it. But
as long as the flavor profile's there, chunk me up, baby.
Well, this absolutely
Pause.
tastes like absolutely tastes like cherry and chocolate. It delivers on the flavor. Absolute dog to start off. I'm interested to see if it starts curdling. If I have to chew it later on in the show, but for right now, definitely a dog. Listen to the comments what you're drinking.
Let me ask you this real quick. Cottage cheese, dog or no dog?
No dog.
Dog.
No dog.
Oh wow. Okay, Scott, I'm with you on this one.
I like cottage cheese. I like cottage cheese, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sight of it.
Really?
It's a great way to get some protein in your diet. Pretty low calorie, but still, I mean, it's got something to it.
No, it's a great way to get protein in your diet that isn't disgusting and curdled. Peanut butter. There you go. You don't have to have cottage cheese.
Why can't I do both?
Pass.
I mean, right?
It's a weird mixture. Why are you mixing cottage cheese and peanut butter?
I don't know, but I'm trying to figure out why my camera's extra sensitive.
It did look like you just had an earthquake.
Yeah, I barely moved, and it's like, we're freaking out over here. But no, I mean, I don't put peanut butter and cottage cheese together, but I mean, I have had both as a in my post-workout meal.
I'm wondering if we should try that though. That sounds that could, little sweet, little savory kind of situation that they could offset each other.
No. Thank you, Matt Barr. He says he wholeheartedly is with me on this one. Cottage cheese is gross, and I just picked up a 2-pack of Jif at the grocery store. Hell yeah.
Fucking this rich motherfucker in this economy with his Jif. A 2-pack, no less. Ooh.
Well, no, he said, Scotty said he picked it up. He didn't say he paid for it.
That's true.
I hope not, because that's like $30 worth of peanut butter.
Could have gone to the Scott Kaiser School of Grocery Shopping where he got that shit and it just made its way into the bag at the end. There was no scanning being done.
I mean, it is what it is. The other day when I was scanning, I chuckled to myself because, when I'm emptying the cart, I'm taking the bags off of the where the bags are when it's weighing, when you do the self-checkout, and putting them on the floor so that I can, take things out of the cart. And a couple of times I've used the method of, just not taking shit out of the cart and just start piling it back in. Lady was like, "Sir, you can put your groceries in your cart." I was like, I know, and I was sitting there thinking, I'm actually not trying to take anything today. Like I was trying to scan everything because it's like it's light week, whatever. I'll get back. And so I was like, I'm taking out of the, I'm emptying my cart, but okay, I'll put it in. And sure enough, I put in some stuff, and it accidentally put it on top of something that had slid underneath. It just wasn't paying attention. I loaded, got in the cart, and I was like, see, I was trying to be good today. And you know what? That was on her. That was on her. That was on her. I'm not taking the blame because that ketchup didn't get paid for. It was an honest mistake. I mean, it is what it is. Like I found out I had when I have these conversations with folks, y'all must just be the most noble people in my life, which is fine. But I was talking with my brother, and my brother was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, scanning stuff." He's like, I told him, I'm like, they're lucky that I don't have the Donkey Kong order and just everything's bananas. It's like, sir, you bought an awful lot of bananas. You're GD right, I did. Everything was a banana today.
That's probably the extent of what I've done is like, oh, I got the organic bananas, but I'm punching in 4011 on this one. I'm not paying the organic prices, but I'm getting the organic banana. That's as close as I could get. Otherwise, the Catholic guilt creeps in on me, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to hell.
You got to push that down. You got to push that down.
Mike, I'm so proud of you for knowing that PLU. That's impressive.
Bro, that's been in my brain since high school. Back when I was ringing people up at Farmore. At 4011 is ingrained in my head.
Shows you how old some of that shit is, right?
All right, old man segment.
Oh yeah, we're starting off great tonight.
The show's talking some football, boys. All right, so it was announced they had meetings this week, the owners' meetings this week, and it has been announced today that the owners have voted and are allowing NFL players to play in flag football in the Olympics when they come to LA in 2026. Big news. That's a big story. Now we can start figuring out who we're going to get on the squad. I feel bad for the team that was the flag football team that's like gotten the sport to this level, because then it's like, yeah, thanks, kid. The real guys will take it from here. And then Patrick Mahomes steps out and just runs the squad from here on out. So it is kind of in a way, it's a little bit of for those dudes, but pretty.
Facts.
That's got to be you, Mike. Or here, I'll read it, but we got to watch this because Whitey says cottage cheese is dog. Peanut butter is too much sugar. I only buy peanut butter when I'm watching Seamus.
Whitey house sat for us when we had gone away on vacation. He sat with Seamus and literally would send my wife and I pictures of Seamus on the couch with a jar of peanut butter next to him and just saying, we're getting to be really good friends over here. Alex would look at me and be like, you don't think he's really doing that, do you? Like, I had to reassure her that he wasn't actually doing it. Even though in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But we don't have Jif. It's Kroger brand. Like we
hell yeah.
You're not wasting Jif on that either. Like, come on.
God, no. We go through entirely too much peanut butter. And look, I used to be a peanut butter snob back in the day. And I know there's something, but Kroger stepped its game up with a lot of things, and peanut butter was one of them. But I was just like, yo, hey, this is the same thing. We're good here. So, giant tubs, buy the giant tubs when they're on sale.
Oh, absolutely. The 64-ounce ones.
Yeah, because we go through so much peanut butter in this house. It's insane.
Okay, hold on. Has Kroger stepped its game up on the generic brand stuff? Or have we just realized we have to pay for this all now? And it's like, no, this will do. This is fine enough. Like because that's what I think has happened to me, where I'm just like, it used to be specific brands of bread. I wasn't getting the Kroger bread. I wasn't getting the Kroger peanut butter. I wasn't like none of the off-brand chips, not a chance. It was absolutely Ruffles or Lay's all day, every day. And now I'm like, Kroger brand is perfectly acceptable. That tastes just as good as the other stuff, and I think it's just that I have to pay for it now. So,
no, I mean it's on some things. Like I mean, yeah, no, there's like I still think chips. Yeah, like I mean, in a pinch, Kroger's fine, but you know, name brand for that. But condiments and such, anything that you're using to cook with, like I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I used to kind of be snobbish about, and I just got over it because Kroger tasted fine when I tried it. I'm like, oh, like it had nothing to do with me really paying for it. The added benefit is that it was cheaper, but if it tastes like shit, I'm not gonna pay for it. I mean, not that I do anyway.
Whitey's saying off-brand is still a brand, and Matt Barr said, "I'm shopping at Food Lion. It's the ghetto grocery."
I've never heard of that place.
Fast prices. All right, so NFL players in the Olympics. Mookie, you said that's crazy when I was highlighting that story. Do you feel like we're going to get a lot of participation? You think guys are going to be all up on this, or you think they're going to bail?
I think you'll see some guys. I mean, I don't think you're going to get like a Patrick Mahomes. But I bet you some NFL players will throw their hat in the ring. And look, man, sucks to suck, but like we want the best because we need that gold. We can't be risking losing this. Like you got to lock it up, right? So if you got NFL guys wanting to come out and play flag, if they're better than the other guys, now if they can't because it doesn't necessarily translate. The flag game is kind of weird. Like they got weird rules. Trying to tackle someone with flags as opposed to like actually breaking down and tackling can be tricky. Matt Barr saying this is Shitter Sanders written all over it. Not a bad idea.
That's what I was wondering. What's the level of quarterback we're going to get? You're saying no Patrick Mahomes. What's the?
I just think the injury risk. Dudes aren't going to risk losing their multi-tens of millions of dollar deals over an Olympic gold. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's there for them like that. Like I think with the basketball players and that gold medal, I think it hits different than a flag football gold.
I don't know. I feel like this is the first time the sport's in the Olympics. You get to be remembered as the part of the team to win the first ever gold medal in a sport. That's a big deal. Like you're going down in history. Hey, who was the first team to ever won the flag football gold? Oh, it was Patrick Mahomes and Justin Jefferson, and you get all these dudes, all these names that just ball out. Because I mean, think about it. You get even the B team, even the guys that are playing flag football right now, they step on the field against like China, they're running them dudes. Like we are gonna
they better not come back. Like it's that simple. Like who's ever on that roster, if they get anything less than gold, you're deported. You also go back to Venezuela. Like
I think that's the case for all the American athletes.
I mean,
this time around.
Yeah, that may be true too, but
there is no habeas corpus anymore. So it's just, we're sending them bitches out if they don't get gold. Scott, How do you feel about this? You're suspiciously quiet about the NFL players playing in the Olympics.
I think it's cool, but I think it's probably going to be similar to the World Baseball Classic. Like, I don't think that you're going to get the top tier guys, but you'll get some guys. And like you
get the top tier like Aaron Judge and Paul Skeens.
No. Look at how many World Baseball Classics did it take for us to get to this point? Like, you got to crawl before you can walk. Like, we had to deal with the past their prime Griffey and Chipper Jones and folks like superstars who were just like, from yesteryear. And then, it's slowly but surely like moved to where like the best of the best are now wanting to play. So I feel like, with this, you're going to get some name guys, but you're not going to get the top tier guys. Like they're not here for this. I would say if you don't have a guaranteed contract, which none of the NFL contracts are guaranteed. But I mean, I would say that if you're like, you're making the vet minimum, like you might as well go to the Olympics, right? Like, why not? Shit.
All right, so let's figure it out then. Where's the break? So you're saying no Patrick Mahomes. Do we think maybe Josh Allen? Is he still too high profile to go?
Yes.
Okay, so no Josh.
You'll get no top 10 quarterback. I guarantee you that.
No top 10.
So then Jalen Hurts.
Wow. That was racist.
No, it's not, because apparently that's like the hot take going around the 4-letter these last couple days. I keep tuning in on the drive to and from the office, and they're, who is it? Chris Canty, and then who's the other guy that was saying it? I don't know. I'm not going to remember, but they're like, yeah, Jalen Hurts, not top 10 quarterback. It's like he just won the Super Bowl, like
the Super Bowl MVP,
right? Like, so because their argument is like, well, there's a great team around him. It's like, yeah.
Oh God, I get so I get so sick of hearing that. Like, he's good enough to take
Bart
that
Scott,
team.
That's who it
like,
was. Bart Scott said he was the top 10.
You know what kills me is when quarterbacks actually like do what they're supposed to do, and then it's like, oh well, they got a team around him. But then when they don't have a team around them and they're Andrew Luck, it's like, well, why aren't they doing the thing where they're, like lifting the team up? And it's like, because like no matter how good you are, you still have to have guys around you. Like, you can't do it by yourself. Like, what's Hurts supposed to do? Be like, no, guys, trade away some of my weapons. Like, I really want to prove it. Like, stop making the defense so good. Like, I'm trying to be top 10 in the eyes of these random assholes who aren't playing.
Baker Mayfield. That's the guy, right?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. There it is. Like, you can like that might be like the top tier. And I would say Baker probably has gotten back to like he's probably gotten back to where he's a little too snobbish to maybe like, but he'd be the highest profile tier. Like, that's your tier level right there. Like, that's the top.
We're not going to.
But now that you said this, I want Baker Mayfield specifically. Like that.
Yeah, no, I think that would be fun.
He's got that swagger. He's got that chip on his shoulder. That if he's in the Olympics, like especially in flag football, where he's like, oh, I'm not going to get smoked.
If he signs up, I'm all in. I'm all in on some Baker Mayfield. That would be great.
But I do got to
imagine him planting the U.S. flag.
Oh my God! Yes, this fucking needs to happen. Even if he's the backup quarterback, he needs to do this for us. Do this for your country, Baker.
I do want to see Baker now because well, he's wearing an American flag bandana.
Yes.
Dude, okay, I changed my attitude on this. I'm all.
He's
in.
gonna have
He's
gonna have the flag arm sleeve, the arm sleeve to throw there. This is happening. Baker be swagged out, man. Like, I kind of want this. Like, can we choose who the players are?
Can I ask you guys a question, and please just don't label me a degenerate for this. Trust me, this is coming from pure fandom.
But go ahead.
So NFL Network sometimes will put the flag football, like, I don't know if it's like semi-pro or like high school, but like it's a 7v7 flag football thing. And dude, these kids, they've got all the swag, and it's crazy, but it's such a different game because they're running these route concepts that you would never try to run or even think to run if you were playing actual football. So I'm curious too, Mike, like, did you read the full article, and like, what are the rules going to be like for this game compared to just good old American tackle football?
Yeah, so it's 5-on-5 is the Olympic flag football. It's a smaller field. It's 70 by 25 yards as opposed to the 100 by 50 or whatever. So it's a very tight, narrow field, but it's going to be basically what you've seen on TV. A lot of passes. You are allowed to hand off. And you're allowed unlimited backwards passes behind the line of scrimmage. 2 players are allowed to rush. But 5.
So they have to count Mississippi's.
I do not know if they have to count Mississippi. I'm not too sure if that's a requirement before they.
How many chains are you allowed to wear?
There's no limit to chains. Come on. What are you talking about here?
All the chains.
I can't wait for the first dude who shows up with like the old school Oakleys, but it's just like a whole face shield. That's gonna be fucking sweet.
All right, so let's build out our roster here, our starting 5.
So yeah, we gotta give 5.
Baker at quarterback. So we need.
Do they do the fake center crap? So it's just like 4 wide receivers and a QB.
It's basically you're looking at wide receivers and running backs here for the remaining.
So is it I can pick whoever I want, or it's got to also be like, yeah, sorry, but Justin Jefferson probably isn't risking his career to play in this game.
Well, that's what we're wondering. That's what we got to find. So we established a tier of quarterback to take the reins in Baker. I feel like it's probably going to be the same tier of wide receiver that would be in this.
Antonio Brown.
I could.
I want Antonio Brown.
Yep.
For the tweets alone, I'm in. Twitter game is gold level.
You could use the payday.
Could use the payday. Could use the platform. I don't care. Let's get them back out there.
Hey, come on, man. Shit. I feel like you owe me an air horn for that one. That was just like right out the gate.
That's good. I'll give it to you. Hang on. Let me find it. Where is it at?
Someone moved it. Hey,
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good pool. Didn't he just like shoot somebody or something? Wasn't there was something crazy Antonio Brown?
well, then he definitely needs to get out of the country then. Like, yeah, sign him up.
Tyreek Hill. Do we think Tyreek would do this?
No.
He's fallen off lately. He's fallen off. He didn't have as good. No, Tyreek is
still too high of a level.
I bet you Tyreek, he would sign up to like do the 100-yard dash or something, but I don't think he would mess around with this. You're risking a lot of ACLs with this movement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, wide receiver level. I think you got to start looking at the threes. Start at the threes and then go down from
the
there.
threes are the slot guys that are going over.
But I mean, and good wide receivers play in the slot now, though. So like that's not even a thing. But I'm saying just look at the depth chart, just in general. Like you need to look at who's like third on the depth chart.
Well, I was thinking like a Deebo Samuel or a DK Metcalf.
A Deebo? Is that in? Does he go to Chi-Town? Does Deebo Samuel go to Chi-Town? What the fuck?
Hold on.
GD, my man.
Hold on. Ye and the P. Hashtag Gum Shit Mookie says. Brought to you by. Go ahead, Mook. Give
this shit's only 6% too, so I can't even use that as like an excuse. Like, goddamn.
Deebo.
What did I say? Deebo?
Deebo Samuel.
Deebo.
Oh,
I blame Dabo for that.
God.
Deebo Samuels.
That seemed like a stretch.
Jesus.
I'm gonna blame Dabo because I read Debo wrong and said Deebo.
Yeah, no, read it wrong, Scott. I wish I read it wrong. This is just the shit that came out of my brain. Like,
oh my god.
Anyways,
hashtag Gum
G
Shit
and the
Mookie
P.
says,
That's right.
Brought
to you by Halftone Signs.
There we go.
Got the plug in, Vince, and now pay me. Which is actually funny because I talked him into joining the spelling bee pool with me. So we now have two friends of the show entries in the script spelling bee this year, which is so large this year that we actually had to split the field in two.
Oh my god!
Like there's two completely separate pools running with the number of gambling entrants. Look, man, for $10, like
that is terrifying.
Someone told me that when I asked them about it, they're like, "Nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to put the pressure on these kids. That doesn't seem right." It's like, well, first of all, they have no idea this is happening. Like they're on TV somewhere. Was it Washington D.C.? Second of all, you tell me who's putting more pressure on those kids in that spelling bee, me or their parents?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Damn sure ain't me.
Puka Nacua? Is that?
He's just coming back from injury, though, right?
No. He's too high level.
Well, I would see, but I feel like
he's too high level. Look at the depth chart. He's one or two depending on who you're asking.
I'm telling you, guys who have knee injuries or knee problems are going to avoid this, though.
I can't.
It's the level again.
I can't go by just the threes because then you're looking at like T. Higgins, and T. Higgins would be a one on most teams, but he's
right. Okay, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, okay, so T. Higgins is not your average three.
Lad McConkey.
There you go, Lad McConkey. There you go. Although he's arguably the one for San Diego these days, but there's your level. Lad out there rocking USA. You know they gotta have a white guy at wide receiver.
Well, I just realized
it's like,
we've already got 2 out of our 5 starters are white guys, and if we want to win the gold, might want to let's. That's enough. We're good.
Wait, hold on. Who are?
Is this? Do they play?
Can we play
both ways, or
Mike,
do you do 5 defensive players and 5 offensive?
They play both ways. Yes.
Oh, okay.
No
so this
shit.
is like NFL
defense?
Street. This is like NFL Street where you got to make sure you guys are competent.
Hold on a minute. Can we give a little shine to NFL Street? Like that game was fire, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I think that shit was underrated. Like I don't know why they haven't brought that back, as they keep recycling through all these old games. Even if it's just the old game remastered, I don't even need new rosters either. Like, damn,
Man.
You were too young, NFL Street. We lost you too early.
Guys, this means, now that you say that, though,
Play
since
two
we're
ways?
playing both ways, that opens us up to some DBs as well. So now,
I was thinking about it earlier. Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh,
isn't his leg still like oatmeal?
Yeah, he won't be ready.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought that we would use.
I mean, if you're honestly, if you're talking to
ready,
I don't know that he would, but I mean, you're talking about the perfect candidate right off the Heisman. I mean, shit, put Hunter out there. It's perfect. Play both ways. You can play wide.
Why the hell wouldn't you put Travis out there?
You said that's too high tier.
No. But guys coming out. No. Guys coming out right out of college. Now, this is 3 years from now, so maybe he's established everything. But
oh, shit, for real? Damn.
But yeah, because it's
Baker will probably be retired by then.
It doesn't matter. He'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you were did you think that the Olympics were like tomorrow? Like,
I mean, it's a gray area. Thought they were soon.
I guess it makes our Aiden Hutchin comment wrong too.
Yeah, that was a brilliant.
I think it'll be healed in 3 years.
Scott, I think it makes the Antonio Brown pick look even better.
3 years from now, he's even more crazy.
3 years more CTE. He's going to be even more well seasoned. You know,
he'll play both sides just by default.
Robert's popping in. We haven't seen him in a while. He said, I just want Latimer versus Evans facing each other in flag football. I'm sure that will be a mature, grown-up experience. Chris reminding us that, yes, this is in 2028. So who will be more willing to play out of their prime?
How is 2028 only 3 years away? Who let that happen?
I don't know, but that's what you got to start thinking about. In 3 years now, who is going to be in that level? So I guess that kind of eliminates.
Okay, no, you know what? This is dumb. Let's just pretend it's for now, because in 3 years in the NFL, like who has any fucking clue? Right?
We still got Baker at QB 3 years from now.
Yeah, we still got Baker.
QB 10 years from now, he's still going to be rolling.
He's going to be rocking in the
XFL. The fact that he still hasn't retired and still like is offering his service to NFL teams. Adrian Peterson will probably still be in the mix.
Oh, I like that pick. I would love to see him play like
AP and AB on the same squad. I mean, we got Psycho and Child Beater. Like, who gonna stop us? Huh?
Is that what's gonna be on the back of the jerseys, like old XFL style?
Like,
on their nameplate.
AB's just says
part of their penance.
It doesn't. Oh man! All right, I think.
By the way, I changed my mind. This is a dog because it's gone. So, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, but I have no idea what level, like, other than you're not getting the top tier guys. And so I'm not really sure. I mean, they might have a whole, since it's only 5 guys. I mean, they might have like way more.
Do we need a kicker?
Like, I don't know how do you conduct tryouts for this.
I feel like this isn't quite a tryout situation.
But I mean, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of people that are interested in doing it, though. Like,
but that's what I mean. You're gonna have these guys that are like, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it, and then the coach is gonna be like, you're not gonna do it.
Ooh, you know.
I got. We're good. We're good over here.
Are we gonna have like celebrity coaches too? Like, I mean, like, okay, so the World Baseball Classic, it's like the managers of these teams end up being like former players that like maybe played for it. Like Andrew Jones was now announced as the Curacao manager today. Like, so like is the USA manager gonna be like an old NFL coach, or are we gonna
damn well they're gonna shove Peyton Manning down our throat for this? Like, Peyton Manning's gonna be the head coach. Just like he is for every other football adjacent thing that exists in the world. We might get Eli with him. Like, that'll be your coaching staff, is just Peyton and Eli. Biscuit says
that's a hell of a lineup.
Junior, AB, AD, and Baker. That's
the
squad.
Who's AD?
Did you miss the like 5 minutes ago?
No, I know Antonio Brown is AB. Who's AD? All I can think of is Antonio Davis. I know it's not that.
Guys, they're talking about banning the Bush push or Tush push or Bush push, Tush push, Bush push, Bush push. That's the other vote that's going on that's supposed to take place tomorrow is banning Tush push. They're also talking about reseeding the playoffs, fellas, which will basically make divisions kind of worthless at this point because it's going to be.
Detroit says you're welcome.
I knew that was coming.
Good.
I don't know if I'm in favor of it. I think that it's fine if you're going to have divisions, then you need to reward them for winning the division, right? Like, just don't give them a home playoff game. That's all. Like, I don't understand. If I read this correctly, there you go, Mook. Do you feel
it was AP? Okay, see, I'm not crazy. Fuck you.
You still should have known based off AD, but whatever. Go ahead. Continue.
What, I should know
Mike.
that AD means AP?
It means Adrian. Anyway.
You mean Adrian.
I feel like if we're going to do this just based on record, then it needs to just be the best teams, like regardless of division, kind of like basketball does it, right? Like the top
My conference
10 in the top 10 in the West, top 10 in the East. That's what it needs to be if we're going to do this.
I'm fine with that.
I don't like this. Like, well, the divisions kind of matter, but not really. And so I'm not a big fan of this proponent of reseeding, but I am okay with them banning the Tush Push. Just because it triggers Bush memories in my mind, so I don't want to see that play ever again.
Well, when you say reseeding, though, like, are we just talking about like redoing the individual matchups?
Yeah, so
like after like the first round, because I mean, I've always wondered why we don't do that. Like,
no, not after the first round. It's basically taking the teams, and once you have your playoff teams, right, your division winners and your wild cards, then it seeds them based on their record. So you've got like this hybrid of the records matter, but also the division winners matter. And, you know, when you're the shitty team that has a losing record and somehow gets to host a playoff game, sorry, you're actually on the road. You're the last team into the playoffs. You should just be glad you're here. So that's the reseeding that they're talking about. It's shuffling it after the fact. It's not a big thing to me.
yeah, I mean, I've wanted them to do something different though, as far as like you mentioned, the whole. You have those years where there's some division winner that's barely over 500 and they're sitting there hosting a playoff game and, you know, undeservedly, whatever happens from there, they just shouldn't be. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm more in favor of just eliminating that. But if this is a way to do it, like, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
I don't really appreciate Tabari's comment here where he said all this talk of reseeding when only one host has follicles feels just wrong. And fuck you, Mookie, for taking off the hat as well.
What's that? I'm sorry, just trying to
doing that.
Just a little,
Mookie, how do you feel about this reseeding talk?
Honestly,
Flip your hair? Is that what that was?
He did.
What?
You son of a bitch.
I know, well, that's not doing me any favors, but hey, at least it's there. I go back and forth, honestly, because I always liked the whole, what was it, Seattle that made it in at like 7-9, and then they ended up upsetting the Saints. Like, I like those moments, but that also feels very college football-y. But now college football has a playoff with jacked up seeding and whatever. So it's like, you know what? Fine. Yeah, let's just go off straight win-loss. I don't mind about the division winner getting the entry. But then, yeah, then just make it straight merit-based and make them travel on the road. If they are worthy of beating that team who has more wins because they're in a harder division that they somehow struggled to win, prove it. Get good.
The old classic standby, GG, mother.
You can't beat it, right?
It is really tough. That's a very tough argument to come back from if somebody's just like, just get good. And you're like, well, yeah, but fuck, all right, fine. You got me.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, seriously, like, how many times does that team that it gets in the back door essentially because they played in a crap division and they're not really a good team either. Good one.
Is important.
Like, how often do they have any type of argument when they usually end up getting bounced anyway or whatever? Like,
right?
They can't really gripe about anything. It's like,
Well, it's funny. Those teams aren't the ones griping. The ones that are griping are like the Minnesotas of the world that make it into the playoffs with a good record, but have to go on the road in the first round because they, the team that won their division was 15-2 and they were 14-1. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the guys that are being upset by this and are pushing for the reseeding. It just doesn't.
Scott, if I may, to quote one Scott Kaiser, get good. It's the same fucking argument, Minnesota. I don't give a shit if you're 14-2. If someone was 15-1, you suck. You're one worse.
Okay, but you're arguing the other side of it. Like if you're saying
that's what I get to do. I'm a talking head.
You like you literally just are.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say, no, you're wrong, Mookie. Because on this side, I would say I'm okay with them bitching because I hate when that happens. Like if you're a really good ass team, and especially in a case like that where you only missed it by one, but you won well over double digits, like. Come on, man. And then you're playing against the it's always the shit ass Giants. The Giants are always the ones that snuck in there like 8-6 or whatever their bullshit record is, and they're out here hosting a game. Okay, they got no business doing it. Like no.
All right, hear me out then. No.
Rewarded. There should be some type of reward for winning your division.
Yeah, it's being in the playoffs.
Hear me out.
That's your reward. You get a seat at the fucking table.
But your reward is you win the division, and your reward is now you have to travel to a team who didn't win their division.
That's you goddamn right. Get better. Don't be.
The other team needs to get good and get better and win their division, and then they get the home game. I can play this game too, motherfucker.
Getting in the playoffs is the reward. You're not guaranteed a seed after that. You should just be happy that you're there, motherfuckers.
I think what Scott's actually what he just stumbled into admitting, which I think is the real argument, is this is a scenario, a rare occurrence where the NFL should take a page from college football's book and just adopt the. Yeah, I know that like this other team won 2 more games, but the Giants won the division and they have more fans that they're going to bring into the thing. So we're going to go with who has higher TV ratings and put the Giants in above you guys and give them a game in New York. All right, cool. All right, good.
Mookie,
but that's what they're doing right now.
It's so cute that you think it matters what team are playing in the NFL playoffs to like what ratings are going to be better, because it doesn't matter. You can put any team in there and the ratings are going to smash. The NFL doesn't have to do that like college football does. College football has to do it to prop up the product. Be like, no, look, we had 12 million people watch Ohio State because it's Ohio State and everybody watches Ohio State.
Hey, but you know what? I will also say that if you're good, it don't fucking matter. All them years that the Niners like finished a game behind San Francisco and had to go to Green Bay and smack the shit out of them.
Excuse me, the Niners finished behind San Francisco. How'd that work?
It finished behind Seattle. You knew what the fuck I meant. But anyway.
Yeah, well, you knew what I meant with who's AD, and you didn't let me off the hook for that.
Debu. All right. Oh. So anyway.
Hold on. You know what? I'll even give it to myself if I can find it.
Hold this L real quick. Hold it. Just hold it for me.
So yeah, no, I mean, again, if you're good, if you're the better team, you're gonna do what you got to do anyway. Like Green Bay got them home games winning their division. It didn't matter because Colin Kaepernick ran it down their shit.
Matt Barr's
how about Colin Kaepernick?
Because the Bengals are always second fiddle to the Ravens. Yes, exactly. This pisses me off. Even though in this case it would probably benefit my team. Like I think you misunderstood my argument. I feel like the team that doesn't win the division should have to go on the road. That's your punishment for not winning the division, not the opposite. Like in this case, the Bengals will probably benefit from this because they're in a tougher division. They're going to have more wins than like the Texans. So you're not going to have to go on the road to Houston in order to play that playoff game. Instead, you get to host it. So in a way, I'm arguing against my own team's interests on this just because I feel like there should be something more for winning your division. If we are going to the true reseeding thing, then get rid of the divisions altogether and just take the best teams. Like in that case, just do that. That's where I want to go. Yes, you get the best 6 or 8 teams in the AFC, the best 6 or 8 teams in the NFC, and there's your playoffs. That's how I want it to be if we're going down the route.
I want to go back a little bit so this point doesn't get
No
missed. I'm
half-stepping.
probably going to forget soon. So
I do
how about
appreciate that. No half stepping.
for our 5v5 flag football, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, now there you go.
Because again, I think he's got range too, right? Like,
Yeah, he
as
could
far as
play both
defense,
offense and defense,
right?
for sure. But there's
he's
no
also,
way that
it's flag football, so you want that, like, not dual threat, but the whole that they do the 2 quarterbacks in the backfield situation in flag. So you want that guy that you toss back and forth. So now you got the 2 options there, and
I want it to happen, and here's why. I want
kneeling for the national anthem.
Bingo. Content for a year. That's all you're going to see on TV is after they win gold, Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the national anthem with his gold medal around his neck. And man, the talking heads and the think pieces that'll be written. We won't have to do show prep for a year. It's literally just going to be like, we're talking Colin again. All right, here we go. And then we just turn on the microphones and start talking Colin Kaepernick because that's all it would be. Make my job easier, please.
Speaking of show prep, since you've done that in the past, we
Kaepernick to Antonio Brown. I'm here for that, by the way.
She falls every time, and it's
You know what? Actually, here's the time too. Get Gronk. Get Gronk's crazy dumbass. You might as well throw him in there too. He'd be fine.
Ageless Gronk, because he's already like half bionic man by this point, and the other half is like full of like flavored tequila chemicals. Oh man, this team is unstoppable. They could win other Olympic sports too, I bet.
We're gonna kill it. Imagine the fear sweeping across the face of Wales when they step in to play Colin Kaepernick and Gronk and AB in flag football. It's going to be amazing. Last rule, boys, banning the tush push. Do we care? Do we like that? Seems
no.
stupid. I hate it. And
I don't want them to do that. Just leave it alone.
Like, just
it's so weird. It's so weird that they're like, every rule we ever make is to boost offense, and we want more offense. And then this, seemingly helps the offense. They're like, nah, we
guys, it's about player safety. Okay, come on. They're trying to keep the players safe so they can squeeze more games out of them and make more money.
We like offense, but not that kind of offense.
Not the kind of offense that can hurt our offensive players, Mike. That's what it is. You don't want those offensive linemen, the quarterbacks, the whatever, the tight ends that shove them in there, the running backs. You want them getting hurt. Just give them you know what they need to do? They just need to put in a gimme rule, right? Like that if it's within like 6 inches or 6 inches or so, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. That's good. It's a gimme, right?
The defense conceding the first down, like close enough.
Right.
Guy.
Right.
That's a new your ball. All right, we talked a little college football. We mentioned college football, but I want to talk about this because I saw this story and I was like, God, I hate being from Ohio sometimes, because there was a law that an Ohio House of Representatives member proposed into Ohio State Congress that would ban Ohio State, essentially, but it applies to all public universities in Ohio, would ban top 10 matchups in the state of Ohio from kicking off at noon. Basically saying if it's a top 10 matchup and it's in the state of Ohio, you can't play that game any earlier than 3:30 in the afternoon. All of this is because Ohio State fans are very upset with Fox and the big noon kickoff and how they put Ohio State on the 12 o'clock kickoff like 5 times last year. And Ohio State, Texas are likely playing at noon to start the season, and that's going to be a big matchup, and they want that to be a primetime game. So they are trying to legislate this with up to $10 million fines, and up to $10 million fines for not just the TV company, but also the conference to prevent them from scheduling Ohio State versus another top 10 team at 12 o'clock. Scott, what the fuck are we doing?
I like that Ohio State is now firmly entrenched with this administration and is perfectly comfortable with ushering in fascism. Good to know. Lines are drawn, and we know where Ohio State is standing. So you guys remember that when you're out there rocking your scarlet and gray. Remember what side they're on. All right. Okay. Cool.
I think they know and they understand and they support it because their team won't be playing early games when they're highly ranked. So yeah,
and they're
that's what
fascists.
for. Some people say there's good people on both sides.
A bucket of deplorables.
And I got to be honest, guys, at this point in our life, like honestly, where are you going to go?
Oh, God damn it, Mook. God damn it. You hit me with that. You slid that one.
Where are any of us going to go?
You slid that one in. You deserve it. I just like, Scott, to your point that it's free market. It's capitalism. Unless you're putting Ohio State in
Then we've got to legislate it out. Like, come on. What are we doing? These games are scared. Get the F out of here, Ohio State. Like you don't get preferential treatment and bully your way on everything else. Now we've got to be, this should be prime time. And I like that the law states that it's, it can't be before 3:30. So I hope that everybody's like, okay, cool. 3:30 on the dot. Ohio State is kicking off every game. Every game. You didn't get prime time shit. Ohio State, 3:30. How about that? Every game.
I just don't understand why, the Big Ten went into this agreement with Fox. Clearly, this was Fox's strategy, right? Like ESPN has the primetime games locked. They've got the ABC and the ESPN broadcast, like going up against those two main broadcasts on a Saturday are brutal. So you take that 12 o'clock window and you put a good game there because it's normally dog shit games. And man, you get everybody like from Fox's side of things. This is genius. Not only that, it helps Fox's pregame show because it's leading into such a big matchup. So you get more people that tune in to watch Urban Meyer and Brady Quinn break down the day's games. So you boost your ratings there and pull a little bit away from Lee Corso's like ragtime doll of a show that they have going on there. Pat McAfee drinking beers and smoking weed and yelling at college kids. You pull a little bit of that audience. Once you get the 12 o'clock window,
on that.
It's genius from Fox's side. Why did the Big Ten not see this coming? Why are they shocked? Like, I can't believe you would put these games on at noon and not in prime time. Well, no shit, bitch. The writing's been on the wall this whole time. Why are you surprised?
I don't think here's the thing. I don't think the Big Ten cares because I think the Big Ten understands what Fox is doing and realizes, okay, this is how we maximize our product. Like this, if this is what we're going to be able to do because we can't outpunch the SEC, like this is how we maximize our product. I think it's hilarious if they're trying to take that position and basically clutch their pearls of, oh my goodness, please, state legislator, bail us out. The big bad Fox company is hurting us. Oh, we didn't even know. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is all going to go away when the big boys sit in the room and go, okay, listen, you dumbass. Here's how we're all going to make a shit ton of money. Stop making problems, or your share will be smaller.
I don't think it's the school that's made. I don't think Ohio State is making the problems. I think it's first of all, I don't even think it's most of the fans. I think a lot of the fans don't care. They're going to watch Ohio State whenever they are. Like, yeah, it's annoying to be on at 12 o'clock 5 times in a 12-game season. I get that, but most fans kind of see what's going on. I am so tired of this performative bullshit from people who we are electing to go do actual work. Right. They're like, you know what? No more flag planting at Ohio Stadium. And they're not allowed to be on at 12 o'clock unless it's the Michigan game because that always is at 12 o'clock. So that has to stay at 12 o'clock. But any other game can't be on at 12 o'clock. And also, these kids shouldn't be able to get paid. Like, I'm just tired of the performative bullshit that these politicians just keep doing. I'm sick of it. I'm over
But the performative bullshit we do is totally worth watching and tuning in for every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah, nobody elected us to go solve problems in the state.
But if they did, we'd do a better fucking job. I promise you that.
Well, I was going to say maybe we'd have more viewers. So maybe that's what it is. Do we need to like ask people to vote for us?
You can see Scott just being like, all right, first law. Self-checkout registers everywhere. And people are like, you're going to cost thousands of jobs. He's like, don't worry about it because you're all going to be fine.
They would call me the modern day Robin Hood. I would be up in that motherfucker's bankrupting corporations, giving back to my people.
Brothers and sisters.
Out of here, he's banning the mirrors that they have to like check the bottom of the carts. Like those all have to be removed from grocery stores.
Wait,
Oh,
there's
God, yeah.
mirrors to do that shit?
No, that hasn't come to a grocery store near me yet. My brother was telling me about that. I haven't seen those yet, so we might have to switch up our strategy on some of those things. But for now, we're good. We're good up here in East Bumfuck.
Just don't come to Norwood, man. They've had all of these things in place for quite a while now. Like you can only go in one way because they know that people were just walking out the other way where there weren't registers. So they've got like everything in place now. Norwood, man. Love it. Scott, how do you feel about Brock Purdy getting the bag? Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Indifferent? Happy? All right.
I'm happy. I like Brock Purdy. I think this was a good deal for both sides. You got to pay to play. We all know the drill. Once quarterbacks hit a certain time in their career, if they've done enough, they're gonna cost a hell of a lot more than they costed before, and it's just the price of doing business. And I think Brock Purdy will continue to be as good as he has been, and will be better with a good supporting cast around him, because I'm not stupid enough to think that Brock Purdy can do it by himself, or that because he's making this much money that he should have to do it all by himself. No, that's dumb. So I am hoping that they continue to surround him with the best supporting cast they can, because it's going to help him and the team, and that's the whole goal. So I think he's a very good quarterback, but I think he'd be a better quarterback with good pieces around him, period. And I hope that they keep doing that.
How do they afford those good pieces, though, when they're paying him that large of a salary if he still needs that much help?
Well, as you can see, they don't right now. So they're going to have to figure that out. They're going to have to get some talented motherfuckers on the cheap here shortly, because
that's a great question.
All of the talent has almost aged out or is going to need replacing soon. So, yeah, Brock, you're going to need to step up a little bit. But
they re-signed Fred Warner, did they?
Yeah.
So that side of the ball's good. You're covered.
It is.
No, I mean they had to like hard. It's a little bit of a soft reboot. The whole team. I mean they cut a lot of guys. The money had gotten all crazy, and you got to kind of soft reset the cap. But
they got rid of that
keep the
Debo
guys
guy for
around,
a lot of draft picks.
Yeah. Debo's gone.
It is funny how that shifted in San Fran, where it was the quarterback was on the cheap, so let's surround him by all these high price talented guys, and now the quarterback's not on the cheap, and it's like, well, good thing we got them picks from that Debo trade, because we're gonna have a lot of receivers out of the draft that are top tier.
I mean, that's how it goes. Like you do it one way, and then when it flips, you've got to do it the other way. So
you know what the plan is, though, right? You know their plan. I know you know their plan. Mookie, do you know their plan? Because I can tell you their plan.
The Niners plan?
The Niners plan.
They're going to double down on defense and let Brock, stitch together on the front end with cheap running backs and a solid O-line.
You are so wrong. So unbelievably wrong.
Oh, wait. Can I wait, let me give me one more shot. One more shot.
What's the Niners plan to get back into here?
Antonio Brown.
The answer we were looking for is get a minority coach hired and double down on that third round pick.
It's so
it's the Niners' way of here's a minority coach that gets hired. Give us our third round pick that we turn into gold. I don't know how to do it.
Hey, Rob, give us them 2 years before you go find another head coach job, my man. Hey, we brought you back in the fold. Now do us the solid. You don't take a head coaching job for 2 more years, my man. We got to get that comp pick, baby. It is absolutely how we rebuild from the action.
We're getting that third round pick for your ass, but just wait a little bit for us, please.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh well, because it's got to be 2 years. Like it can't be one and done. So we got to get 2 years in. So Rob, just pump your brakes, enjoy the view, just relax, enjoy being number 2 for a little while. It'll be fine. And then go do whatever you got to do. Then get your black ass out there and get a job, because we need them picks.
Oh shoot! Did we both hit it, Mook? We both hit it at the same time. we're going for the same joke because it muted out for a second, but it didn't.
I think
play.
Scott
It flashed on screen. I didn't touch anything, but I saw it. I saw it flash, so I know you guys
pressed
both did it.
I
At the
know
same
I
time.
pressed it, so I'm assuming you pressed it too there, Mook. But here you go, Scott. Delayed, but here it is.
Race card.
Oh.
Get
No,
your,
I definitely didn't hit that one.
get your black ass out and get it.
I mean, there's your promo for the week.
All right, boys, let's talk some basketball.
Boom shakalaka.
I want to talk about Caitlin and Angel. That was a fun game to watch. They drew crazy numbers, 2.5 million. No, it was a fun game to watch. Mook, did you watch any of that game?
Negative. Nope, definitely didn't.
Well, you are on the other side of things because 2.5 million people did tune in to watch that game. It's the highest rated WNBA game in ESPN history. A lot of people wanted to see that battle, and the rivalry has ratcheted up again because Angel Reese pushed somebody in the back, and then Caitlin Clark took offense to that and fouled her hard, which they upgraded to a flagrant, which Caitlin was like, I thought it was just a basketball foul, but whatever. And then Angel Reese wanted to fight her. It was a good damn time. Very entertaining watch. Caitlin got a triple-double. Like, this rivalry, fellas,
Obviously.
it feels like Magic versus Bird.
I knew you were
But
going to
at,
go
like,
there.
but at
Race card.
Mookie, quick with the trigger on that one. Like, come on, dude.
Why couldn't it be LeBron and Steph? Huh?
Because he's trying to make a point about the history of the NBA and the comparisons to this is the WNBA's version of a rivalry that happened a long time ago in the NBA, and because of its infantility, like, they are now having their version of this. And Mike is absolutely correct. This is getting people to give a fuck about the WNBA, and I am here for it. Like, I know that when they start now, but I didn't realize, like, oh, bam, hey, they're starting this weekend. I saw this and I'm like, man, right from the jump, they knew what they were doing. You put this on the schedule right away, and I didn't even know those numbers or anything. I just seeing the aftermath and everybody talking about it. I'm like, WNBA is winning right now. What a fantastic thing to fall into their lap. This college rivalry that just graduated right into their league. I mean, it's everything that the WNBA has been waiting for since they began to exist. Good for them. Seriously, good for them.
Oh, so it doesn't just so happen that, one of them is white and one of them is black, is what you're saying. It's the whole storyline that surrounds it.
Helps. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, of course that lends itself to it.
Mookie boxing.
So that's why it got the
Race card.
No. Boxing made an entire sport out of black versus white storylines. Like, that's how boxing still exists to this day, is undertones of racism. Yes, that's what's going to get people to, like, talk about it more, and there's these very deep pieces about the racial aspects of it, but it's also just fun that these two girls seem to hate each other. Like, they legit seem to hate each other, and they both try to play it off, but Angel Reese 100% hates Caitlin Clark. There's
Dude,
and
and
Caitlin hate
that's-
Angel. I'm not convinced.
That's the take from RG3, is that he believes that just based on everything, and I gotta agree. Like, when I saw what RG3 said about how she ignore what Angel Reese says, just look at her actions, like the way she goes at it, look at the tone she takes anytime her name's, like, she does not like Caitlin Clark, period. I mean, end of story. Like that, and that's what makes this so awesome. I don't know really where Caitlin stands on it. Like, I feel like maybe she just feels like she's standing her ground, and if she's not liked, then so be it. Like, I don't think she necessarily hates Angel Reese, but I know there's definitely some animosity there, like enough that this is a great, like, back and forth. Like, this is must see TV when these two teams are playing, because that something's gonna go down.
It got you mentioned RG3. So for those of you that don't know, RG3 did come out and say, like, It's clear that Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark. She's resentful, whatever. And he put it out on a video where his wife's sitting in the background, like listening in and kind of nodding her head along to everything. And Ryan Clark did not take too kindly to that take. Mainly,
there was a video with his wife behind. Ooh.
Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, not a good look. I thought it was just as much as a Twitter, like, oh.
First of all, the tweet was an entire book. I can't.
Yeah, it was long.
We put out a tweet that I had to scroll 3 different times to finish reading. And the bottom of the tweet was a video where he was talking about it on whatever podcast or show that he does or has, and in the background was his wife just sitting there chilling. Which is why Ryan Clark, when I first read the story and didn't
makes sense
the tweets, I was like, why did Ryan Clark come at RG3's wife like he did? Because Ryan Clark basically said it's clear that RG3 has never had to have the conversations in his house about black women being seen as aggressive and being seen in this certain light, and he doesn't have to deal with that because his wife is white and his first wife was white, and he's never had to experience what black women have to go through in America. And I was like, God damn, Ryan Clark, why are you so hard at his wife? And then I saw she's in the background, like nodding along. I'm like, oh, that's why he got so pissed off about it.
Yeah, that changes it a little bit. That changes it. But I will say though that I mean, I do think that Robert was right. Now, I mean, I don't know. Like some people are saying, well, it's not that it's not what he said. It's just like what gives him the right to say it. Like, because it didn't have anything to do with, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe he shouldn't say it. But I think Ryan Clark was way the hell out of bounds by bringing family, regardless of her sitting in that video, which again, not a great look by Robert. But it's like it fouls on both sides here with this thing. But I think Robert that Ryan Clark went a little too far.
Scott's hitting him with the chill out, personal foul on defense.
Yeah, it is, man.
Like Scott's hitting with we're all just gonna chill the fuck out and do it all over again. All right, like let's run it back, y'all. Like just.
Yeah, like, can we get a do-over on this whole take, guys? Like, I feel like this black-on-black crime got a little out of hand, and nobody really meant for it to go there, but here we are. Everybody just, like, let's rewind. But I think the ultimate takeaway, these two do not like each other, period. And that's I don't think that's disputable. However you feel about the individual players, I don't give a shit. I enjoy both of them, both of their skill sets, both of their personalities. Like I love Caitlin Clark and the way she goes about hers, and I love Angel Reese and the way she handles hers. Like I don't think that everybody has to fit into one way of doing everything, and I think that they're both great individuals, and I'm fine with them not liking each other. Like it's okay. Like it's better than like. People get pissed about folks doing jersey swaps and folks are too friendly, and then this happens and they're like, we gotta freak out about it. I'm like, nah, man, they don't like each other. Good, it makes it more fun.
That was exactly what I was going to ask. Let's say there was a rivalry like this in the NBA where guys are going at it this hardcore. Do you realize the erections that basketball fans would have watching that? Like, this is like the 80s and 90s all over again. I think I'm dumb. Like, they would not be able to control themselves if they had something comparable to this in the NBA. It's just because they're women that they're like, I can't believe this. I can't believe that's such a hard foul.
Like this is exactly what NBA fans or former whatever they want to call themselves fans are saying that they loved about the old NBA, the rivalries, the competitiveness, the disliking each other. And that's the same reason, it's on the flip side, it's the same reason why I don't like watching the NBA because it's soft and they're friends and yada yada. Like motherfuckers want it both ways and you can't. Like NBA is what it is, and again, the WNBA is they're in a different timeline. They're coming up like this is big for their sport. Like them having this rivalry is huge.
It's the reason why I referenced Bird and Magic, because that helped grow the NBA in such a way. Like we are witnessing right now with the WNBA what the NBA was back when Bird and Magic first came into the league. Like that's what this is. It's that timeline. It's history repeating itself. Mookie, I saw you laughing. I'm assuming that was a Tabari's comment. I'll read it. Gingers are black now. All I know is Jason Whitlock watching RG3 and Ryan Clark has him making Uncle Ruckus faces while wearing an outfit like Samuel L. Jackson and Django Unchained. Absolutely. Jason Whitlock is loving this battle between RG3 and Ryan Clark. He's sitting on the playground just like Scott used to and just be like, did you hear what you just said about your wife?
Oh, no doubt. Instigating like a motherfucker. I wouldn't let him talk about my wife like that, though. I mean, but that's just me.
I love how Scott is down too. There's like scratch the beard a little bit and just go, hey,
yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of, hey, man, like I'm
not trying to get
stuff. I'm not trying to get in your business. You handle yours. But if it was me, I wouldn't let that tone pass. I'm just saying. Ryan Clark ain't just gonna talk shit about me and walk away. But if that's how you handle yours, that's fine.
It's so well polished.
Things that make you just feel like so much less of a man without actually saying it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, being an instigator is the best. Play both sides and just sit back and watch the show.
Popping that popcorn, man.
Nothing better than a good oh. Even if it's for your like the side you're on, because I mean, like you generally have a dog in the fight, but I mean, also like you don't necessarily want to stop. So it's like even if they're getting served, I'm like, oh damn, that's fucked up.
I still got your back, but shit,
like
they got you though.
Yeah,
like, you can't get back.
I mean, is he wrong though? Is he wrong? How you gonna tell him he's wrong?
Because you need to. Don't let it go like that. You gotta get back in there.
It feels like Scott's entire childhood is just that gif of that kid that's just like, oh, like
it is 100%. That guy never throwing punches, just always in the background helping him get thrown.
Did you ever make stuff up, or did you just let it like you?
No. Yeah, I was never. I didn't go that far. Like that. That's too much. But it's just let the thing play out naturally. Like I said, it's like something said, and it's like, oh, you gonna let that go? Oh, hey, it's fine. Don't want to escalate it. I get it, but I mean, it was kind of fucked up though. Lots of I'm just sayings thrown around.
Oh man, we talked, fellas, about the NBA draft lottery last week and how there's rumors that it's rigged, and this, was a gift.
Rumors.
All right, sorry. Strong speculation and overwhelming abundance of evidence.
I was gonna say indisputable evidence that it's rigged.
So there's more fire now around this smoke, and yes, I said it that way on purpose because Shaq was on a podcast this week, and he talked about when he was at LSU and coming out of LSU and into the league, and he said he met Daniel Stern, who was the commissioner at the time, and Daniel Stern was like, I know you, you're Shaquille O'Neal, I can't wait to see you play in the NBA, and Shaq was like, yeah, looking forward to it, and Stern supposedly said to him, do you want to play where it's cold or where it's hot? And Shaq was like, where it's hot. And then Stern laughed and Shaq laughed. And then he said, okay, nice meeting you, walked away. And then a few days later was the draft lottery where Orlando got the number 1 pick over Charlotte and Milwaukee. Those were the 2 and 3 picks. So the insinuation of that interaction was that it was rigged so that Shaq could go where he wanted in a warm city. Crazy that you now have had LeBron kind of put out there that maybe the draft where he went to Cleveland was rigged, and now Shaq coming out saying that maybe the draft where he went to Orlando was rigged. This is wild that these dudes are putting, like, they're just like pushing the flames a little bit higher, like just a little bit, creeping it up a little bit more, and I'm shocked that they're doing this, Scott. Do we think they rigged it for Shaq so that he could go to Orlando?
he's the greatest in the universe. 100%. Like I believe that every one of these is orchestrated in some way, shape, or fashion for the elites. That sounds totally big. I mean, it's Shaq. When has Shaq ever lied to us? Never.
It's a good point. Shaq
Hey, Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. All right. All right.
Mookie, how do you feel about
wow. That they're just coming out and admitting that the draft is rigged? I mean,
not coming out and admitting it, but
I think again, it's smart. The NBA, they know how to play the PR game. They keep their name in the buzz. They just tease a little bit. They are queuing themselves up to get ready for the Last Dance series, where again they ignite a flame and introduce themselves to a whole new series of fans. Like, I love it because I can't wait to see like this, because this is the easy stuff, right? Like they're starting to admit to like the really low hanging fruit. So once they run through that stock, I'm excited to see what comes after that. Because there's skeletons.
Yeah, well, that likely could be the case. Dorian said he has lied to us. Remember, he was trying to fuck that Home Depot worker.
That actually was the tongue in cheek thing that I said when a Shaq ever lied to us, but Shaq's lied to us.
That was obvious, right?
Yeah, Shaq's lied to us quite a few times, but I choose to believe Shaq. Like sometimes you just gotta let bygones be bygones. Shaq has done way more good for the community and the NBA world than he's done bad. So again, tell me how my ass tastes. Like, I mean, dropping hot mixtapes. Like, I hate the Lakers. A lot of time I spent hating Shaq as a player. But the man, the personality, like Shaq has given us so much.
The Shaq-a-rody for one.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Birth
Shaq
control for another.
Whatever Shaq. Remember when he played deputy in Florida for a little while there and was all
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Like remember that saga? Like Shaq's great, man. Like Shaq is awesome.
60
so
days
whatever
in or
Shaq says,
something.
I fully believe him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, Shazam. How do we not even mention the Kazam? Shazam. What was the movie he was in?
Shazam.
All right, there we go. Deboo.
Way to wrap that one up.
Wrap it up and punt.
This has been another edition of Yee and the Pink.
Vince is going to owe us so much. That's 3 times now that we've talked about halftone signs that he clearly owes us for as a sponsorship. It says so in the contract.
Dorian is taking his ways too seriously. Like Shaq gave us ugly shoes.
Dude,
yes, he did.
No.
Shaq gave us ugly shoes. He gave us Shaq food. He gives us pepperoni pizza.
Solid.
He gives us pepperoni pizza from racist ass Papa John's. Like that's the beauty of Shaq. Like he's made ridiculous things amazing. Like
not to mention car insurance. I mean, he's
saving
me hundreds of dollars a month. How about you guys? Have you checked it out?
He's sold out for everything. He's
Go to thegeneral.com
on the TNT post game shows. Like Shaq is great. Shaq can do no wrong.
Did you just say thegeneral.com/Craft Brewed Sports?
Yeah.
You try to create a referral link for the general.
hey, everyone's getting their beak wet. Why can't we get a sip? Come on.
Enter CBS for your coupon code and get 10% off of your general subscription.
I mean, dude, imagine if that worked. That'd be awesome. Hey,
only
when is
if
AI going to do that, huh? When I could just say shit like that and then we get paid. What's it take for AI to fix that problem?
Holy shit. Oh, man. Tavari said apparently Shaq owns more than 100 plus franchises. The man is doing things as big as he can. The man is doing everything. He endorsed everything. He has done the most. It's wild what he's done. Hey fellas, I guess the NBA draft combine was recently. And a kid from Auburn, Johni Broome, did not have a great vertical leap. He clocked in at a standing vertical leap of like 24.5 inches. And by comparison, Desmond Watson, the Tampa Bay Bucks rookie, who is 6'6" and 464, had a 25-inch vertical jump. So it was bad. It went viral for how terrible he performed. so viral that Duolingo decided to chime in, and they hit him. They had the video of his terrible jump and had a quote, "Learn Chinese and try Super Duolingo today."
Oh, wait a minute. Did this dude sprain his meniscus or some shit in the tournament?
Probably.
Like, can we
Get
watch
ready
the
to learn
video?
Chinese, buddy.
Can we see the video? I want to see this now.
Dude, I want to see this video.
Hey,
Chinese, buddy. Konnichiwa. Go coach the fucking Chinese.
What?
God damn.
Oh, no. Goddamn 47.
oh. Wow.
Guys, as soon as I saw the tweet, as soon as I saw learn Chinese, the first thing that popped into my head was, shit, Duolingo stole from Caesar. They
Oh, that's great.
There you go, Matt Barr. I better start learning Chinese.
Oh man, what an all-time CBS moment.
The video, Mookie, isn't even one you want to see. It doesn't really matter. Like he
I
doesn't.
found it. Don't worry.
He doesn't jump very high, and then they just
20. That's it. God, that's terrible. This is pathetic.
Fellas, what do we make of Aaron Gordon saying that the NBA playoffs need to be spaced out a little more, give these guys some more rest?
What?
You didn't hear this?
No.
Aaron Gordon, after being
Eek.
eliminated, now Aaron Gordon apparently was playing with like a really bad ankle sprain that's going to keep him out. It was supposed to keep him out like 6 or 7 weeks, but instead he toughed it up. Go ahead and give us that one more time, Scott. Yeah, he toughed it out and played Game 7, and the Nuggets lost. And when asked about it, Gordon said, "It's a grueling schedule in the NBA playoffs. Like, it's really tough to do, and we should spread it out more and have more rest in between games, not only to prevent injuries, also to make the product as good as it can be." So you're not a big fan of this take, huh, Scott?
The league that invented load management. The players are complaining about everything. The league that the playoffs to the finals takes like 4 months. It is
Dude,
the
so bad.
longest ass finals, like from beginning to end of playoffs in all of sports. And he's got the nerve to say that they don't have enough time to rest and recuperate. Get the fuck.
I mean, especially
the season doesn't start until goddamn
I was
December
going to
25th.
say he's got from
Like,
now until
what
Christmas
are
to
we
rest.
doing?
That's so much time to recover.
Yeah,
Like,
rest your bum ass ankle until the 25th of December and
You've
get
only
back
been
out there
playing
and
for
quit
5
your
months.
pitching. Or,
5 months.
get bad and go to a team and don't even be in the playoffs. Go home early. How about that? You have all the damn rest you want. Like, how much more rest could they possibly insert into the NBA playoffs? Seriously.
Do you know how tiring it is to rest all season long and then get to the playoffs and have to work? This is bullshit, all right? Let them ease into it. How about we do this? Let's do this. First and second round, longer gaps. Let them ease into it. But the second round is just slightly shorter gap than the first round. And then we get into, the conference finals. Now it's a little bit tighter. Finals every day. You're playing every single day. Like, we just slowly get them to work.
This is
I don't want to be 90s guy. I don't want to be, it's better than back in my day. But it's like, come on with this bullshit. Like, seriously, it's the playoffs. They get, a day in between most of the games in each series. And then, sometimes they play back-to-back days. Like,
No, they don't. They don't play back-to-back in the playoffs. They don't
they
do
remove that. Oh,
Yes.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know how. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes
How
you get
much
2 days
more-
off in the same city. Like, it's absurd.
How
It's
much
absurd.
more rest could they need? They're playing
think
basketball.
We need to quote Idris Elba from his appearance in The Office and say, "I'm getting
Idris?
tired from all this rest." I thought I was going to hit that one. That would
Idris?
redeem
Idris
Elba.
Yes,
Idris Elba. Damn
Idris.
it.
Idris.
Well.
You had a 50-50 chance and you
It
blew
was,
it.
you know what? We win for it.
Idris.
So hey,
Idris.
here's the thing. We went
Idris
over
and
3.
Bieber.
We went over 3 with 3 hard hit balls.
From
You know,
the man who brought you D-Boo.
It was Idris.
Idris Elba. Damn. Oh shit. Should have googled.
Okay,
it.
well, we just need Mookie to read black names on the show from now on, apparently, because Even the simple ones, he's struggling.
New game. Scott has to name a hockey player. Mookie has to name a black guy. Like that's going to be the
just anyone.
It's that. See, that's the sad part.
Anyone.
It's not even name. It's pronounce.
Yeah, pronounce. Black guy.
This guy is Tyrone Jenkins. Tyrone Jenkins.
Mookie is the Key and Peele substitute teacher.
The inverse. Oh, Idris.
Hold on, Mook. Because of that one, Matt Barr's called for it. You get it.
I've seen white people before. You know what I'm saying? But you, motherfucker, man, you white as mayonnaise, man.
The worst part is I had like a good 30 seconds to think about it. I'm still like, yeah, let's go there. Let's lean in. We got this. We can do it, right?
I saw you try to get in a couple of times. Now I really wish I'd gotten to you sooner just to see how bad you really would have messed that one up.
Getting tired from all this rest.
I mean, seriously, what are we talking about? More rest in the NBA? Come on, dude. And it's not a contact sport. Come on. Play the game.
You know who's not complaining about rest in between games?
Baseball players.
Here's
the pitch. Oh, shit.
They don't complain about shit. They go out there, they put like seeds on people's hats, they giggle in the dugout, and then they get out there and do their damn thing. Scott, major rule adjustment that they're tweaking in MLB, they're testing out in single A. You can now in single A challenge a check swing.
Oh,
it'll go to a computer that's analyzing the degrees from the knob to the end of the bat. And if it's past 45 degrees, then it's a check swing. If it's less than 45 degrees, it's not a check swing. Other, standard challenge rules apply. Either team can challenge it. So if they appeal down to first base or third base, the umpire says go or no go. They can then challenge that ruling and see what happens. You know what's amazing about that, Scott? There's absolutely nothing in the rule book that determines what a check swing is. Like the article I read, nobody knows what a check swing is. It's literally.
You would not be surprised to know that Major League Baseball has a ton of rules. Like the strike zone is actually not technically defined. Like MLB has a rule book that's just like generalities and vagueness. They're like, it's kind of like this and it's about this, sort of that. Figure it out. Oh, by the way, turn to page 49. We've got a whole section of unwritten rules on top of these vague rules. I gotta love baseball.
We have rules that exist. We have rules that's pretty much gray area, and then we've got rules we didn't even write down that you got to follow. It's a fun sport. Figure this fuck out, everybody. What are we doing?
I heard them talk about this, and all I kept thinking about is when I was a kid, I didn't understand it, but as you grow older, to watch baseball, and it's like when you hear that there is no even defined, what a check swing is. I'm not sure that Mike, this. I know Mookie doesn't, but David Justice, when he would check swing, he would toss the bat up, and his rationale was, I couldn't have broken the plane if I didn't have the bat in my hand. Would literally when he would get to that point, Jason would just toss the bat up to himself and would basically kind of getting rid of the evidence, because most guys will sit there and hold it to prove where they're at, try to shoot, and he would just flip the bat. And as a kid, I couldn't really understand what he was doing when it happened. And it's as I grow older and realize it's what a smart way of doing that. Just to be look, hey, you don't know where it is. It couldn't have been a check swing. I'm not even, I definitely check swung it. It's not pass it and make a full swing. Bat's in the air. Couldn't make a full swing if I'm tossing the bat up to myself. Invite confusion, because clearly baseball doesn't know its own rules. So you invite chaos, and it's I don't know. But as always, if this means they can get it right, if it means that it's going to take that extra second to make sure that check swing is called correctly, and we have the technology and there's a way to prove it with a 100% accuracy, here for it. Bring it in. Let's go.
So this is how baseball resists having the robots take over, because like to train the robots, you have to have like rules to put into it. And if baseball puts into it, like if you swing at a pitch and you miss, it's a strike. If you stop, well, it's a bit of a gray area.
Strike, maybe it's not.
Yeah, who knows? Like, was it a day game, night game, top of the inning, bottom? You can't code against that.
At that point, Mookie, it's just run the function Angel Hernandez, and it's just the robot does whatever
it's a randomizer.
Yeah, just
a fucking wheel that's been.
Well, and my favorite is when, like, a lot of times on check swings, the home plate umpire will ask for help, depending on the left-handed or right-handed batter. Will call down to first or third and ask the umpire down there whether or not it was a check swing, because they have a better angle to see it. But my absolute favorite is when the umpire behind home plate does not call down for that and just calls it one way or the other, and the player in the box is like, motherfucker asked the guy down there, and he's like, nope, I made the call. And even the announcers will be like, well, I guess they just made the call and aren't going to ask for help. Like,
for Craig. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Mookie, we're going to fight, all right? I'm just letting you know. We're going to fight because it's like 3 or 4 times in a row and get sick of it, all right? I just throw that out there.
Look, if you mad about getting cut off by the overtime drop, Scott, get good.
Oh,
you're right. You're right. Because
you like that, Scott?
I am, because at 9:28 he was talking, and I actually, for the first time in the entire evening, brought up the menu, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this motherfucker this way," and then proceeded to turn around and get caught by it. Like, what a rookie ass move by your boy. God,
the best was I was looking because once you started going, I was like, he doesn't know.
I lost it.
He's blind to baseball right now.
Fuck you guys. There's no more baseball talk around 9:30. All right, no more. Sons of bitches. I'm on to you.
To close the loop on that, Scott, there is no better flex than the home plate umpire. And when he gets to just point, and be like, nope,
you went, you son of a bitch.
No, come on down there. Nope.
Nope, I saw it. My call.
You went. That is the greatest umpire flex that there can be. All right, boys, it's playoff time, so we got to talk about it. Let's talk some hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Well, hold on a second. Can we get a break in between talking? I'm really tired. Like, I don't know, it's playoff time. Like, can we get a little bit more of a break in between these? Like, really, there's been a lot of topics tonight. Jeez.
Backwards K baseball last night. You had your load management game, all right? You're good.
We had a game last night. My God, shut your mouth.
Oh, we had a game. Load management. Podcast load management. I see how it is.
God, I hate you both.
Podcasting was so great back in the 90s, man. Nobody even realized it was so good.
People would podcast night after night, and they wouldn't take nights off.
Just screaming into a microphone for 4 hours straight.
I was going to say, they'd probably go the full duration of the show, too, fairly frequently. They wouldn't bow out and need a co-host to step in and finish the last segment for them.
No, damn well they wouldn't be going to a baseball game over podcasting. 90s podcasters just were built different. Anyways, we're into the conference finals. We are down to one Canadian team, Scott. The Maple Leafs went full Maple Leaf on us and lost in Game 7 to the Panthers. In the last 3 games of that series, I think they were outscored like 12-2 or something like that. Is that right, Scott?
It was not great. I went back and looked because I was when Mookie had posted something in the chat about Torontoing. It was one of those things where I'm like, well, good, because if we had this all Canadian Cup, I didn't want Toronto to be one of them. I dislike Toronto very much, so I'm glad that they threw up on themselves. But also, like, Jesus Christ, the one time like where we kind of needed to happen, you couldn't make it happen. You blew it in like epic fashion, like very, very Toronto-ish.
It was
worse. It was both 2 Canadian 1 seeds in both conferences crashing out. They had the 2 number 1 seeds, and they lost in the second round, both of them.
I'd like to see, like, honestly,
And Toronto had to fight back to get to Game 7 too. They could have been done in Game 5.
This is something that would require work, but I'd be interested in knowing, like, since the last time a Canadian team made the finals, like, how many times have they been like in a really good position to be in the finals, just based on, you know, top seed, one or two seed, and it just not happened because they crapped out. Like, Toronto's done that tons of times over that span. I know for sure.
The stat that I saw that JB shared into the group said that since the last labor stoppage in the NHL, Buffalo has won like four
playoff series, yes,
and Toronto has won 2, and Buffalo has not been to the playoffs since like 2014. Like, Toronto is a top seed seemingly year after year.
Yeah.
They just continue to flame out. Austin Matthews, who was supposed to be like the greatest American hockey player, was non-existent in that series.
Oof.
It was bizarre. Now, Scott, that means that hey, what's up, Shitty? Said it's been a minute. Cheers, fellas. Scott, that means that the remaining teams in the NHL in the Stanley Cup playoff are the Edmonton Oilers, who is a Canadian team that you really like, Carolina Hurricanes, the bunch of jerks. You've got the Florida Panthers and the Dallas Stars. So you have the Canadian team that you don't like and 3 warm weather hockey teams. How are we feeling about these conference finals, Scott?
I feel like the Panthers are just going to win, and would this be 3 or 4 in a row? Like, what are we working on here for?
Conference final in a row. Yeah, it'd be the back-to-back Stanley Cups. They have been to the conference final 3 years in a row. Actually, it might be 3 years in a row. This would be their 3rd straight trip to the Stanley Cup. Unbelievable run from.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen, right? Like, all of this just to get back to Florida winning it again. Like, a team that shouldn't have existed most of our lifetime is now they're just rattling off Stanley Cups.
they're the central part of the hockey world, because
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it really is.
Do you think Edmonton and Florida are running it back? Like, that's who we're going to end up with?
I really hope so. Dallas, they looked really good against Winnipeg, but Winnipeg, I feel like they were destined to lose as the President's Cup winners. So, yeah, it really is. It's a terrible, terrible curse. You almost want to try to avoid it at all chances. But the team that almost got the President's Cup also lost and was also Canadian. So maybe just don't be Canadian. Maybe that's the lesson to be learned here.
No,
right.
Not in this economy. Like, I feel like the Florida versus Edmonton is the final. We get the Mar-a-Lago versus Canada final. Like let's go. Like come on, Canada. Like let's pick it up and win that final. Damn it!
I mean, that would be
back to Canada. The tariff war.
How much would they have to tariff those plane trips, man? That would be long as hell. Like how bad would that be? And then do you also have to tariff like the players as they come and leave the country because they're bringing in a product to play hockey? Like, how does that work?
I don't know, but I'm rooting Canadian if it happens. Just saying.
It was a good series last year between those two. I wouldn't mind if they ran it back. Mookie, you mentioned the President's Cup curse. There's another curse at play here because Toronto obviously lost big time in Game 7. They lost 5-1. Like, just there were 75 shots on goal.
Wasn't even worth watching after the second period.
It was a complete and utter blowout. Maple Leaf fans were throwing their jerseys on the ice like they were done. The stadium was empty. It was a bad look. But part of the reason why is a famous Toronto fan bet $1 million that the Maple Leafs would win that game. And Drake lost. He lost the bet after betting on Toronto, but then did something that I thought was pretty awesome. He posted to his Instagram story, Bieber curse, because Justin Bieber was in attendance at the game.
He was. That's true. He was there.
Blame to Justin Bieber.
But here's the thing. Did Justin Bieber have the announcers on the PGA Championship broadcast talking about how he curses the hockey team? Like, I don't think so. Tough luck, Justin.
Scott, which Canadian jinxed them? Was it Drake or Justin?
It's always Drake. Always. In fact, excuse me. I'm sorry. I spoke out of context there. It's always Aubrey.
Yes.
100%.
There it is. Thank you, Scott. Yeah.
And him trying to place blame on somebody else is very, I'm going to sue you because the record label shouldn't have allowed that disc track to be released. Fuck out of here, Aubrey. It's forever and always your fault. Everything.
Biscuit has a conspiracy theory that Austin Matthews, the American who plays for the Leafs, threw the game so an American team will win the cup because Canada booed the national anthem. Solid conspiracy theory. I might be on board with this.
Solid, but I also support booing the American national anthem these days. So there's that.
Okay. How about these beers we were drinking?
Real quick story.
Shit, I don't know.
Because we are running out of time, but I wanted to bring this one up. Guys, Fanatics is doing like this Fanatics Fest thing, and in it they're doing like a pros versus Joes contest. It's 50 athletes and celebrities and influencers against 50 average people competing in like 8 different types of activities. Like there's a quarterback challenge. You have to shoot a puck into a dryer. There's a baseball throwing challenge, like all of these different things. Some of the celebrities and athletes that are confirmed to be a part of this: Tom Brady, Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud, Michael Parsons, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Draymond Green, Russell Wilson, Rob Gronkowski, Alex Rodriguez, Odell Beckham Jr., Tyreek Hill, Jordan Childs, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins. Like they're bringing in WWE people into this. And then, of course, Kevin Hart is also going to be one of the celebrities that takes part in this. There is a $2 million in prizes up for grabs. Whoever comes in first gets $1 million. Second place wins a Ferrari GTS, and third gets a 2003-2004 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor LeBron James rookie card that recently sold for $196,000. If no average Joe finishes in the top 3, the highest point total winning Joe gets $100,000. I'm here for this. I want Pros versus Joes back. That was one of my favorite shows.
Dude, that was such a great show.
And if this is the doorway back, we're getting American Gladiators back. Bring back Pros versus Joes. Mookie, you look confused as I was talking there.
Yeah, because I was listening to you talk about it, and I was like, isn't this the show that it was like South Korean or something? That it was called the 100 or whatever, and they put people from all these different backgrounds and stuff, and they competed in a series of events to like crown the one best human out of the crowd. Is this that spinoff? But then also you're reading off the prizes, and they're like, and one of you gets a trading card. Like, the fuck am I gonna do with that? Like
for $200,000.
So they just give me $200,000, dude. Like, don't waste my fucking time trying to sell a stupid ass playing card. Give me the cash.
Give it
Scott,
yeah, exactly.
How do you feel about Fanatics Fest?
I don't want to be associated with anything Fanatics, so pass. Fanatics sucks.
Fair enough.
Like that's my stance. Fanatics sucks, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these beers tonight.
But I will bet on this event.
Good. Oh, of course you would.
Yeah, of course you would, because you have no scruples.
Oh wait, it's Tuesday. Good. The series of finale of Survivors tomorrow. So
wait a minute. Hold on a second. Mike told me it was Friday to start the show. Are you?
God damn it! Seriously?
Who isn't having fun because you're the party's degenerate gambler.
Listen, first of all, I locked in a 250% return in that pool. Okay, found a loophole, exploited it. One biggest hater for voting for the same person to get eliminated the most time. Second of all, I don't give a shit. I'm winning money, bro.
$0.60 at a time.
Oh no! That I was talking about the Survivor pool. I'm winning money, but in the Fade the Chai Sox model, we are up 9% this month.
What's that? $9?
That would be 9 cents. No, wait, that can't be right.
I'd say, please tell me you're not betting pennies these days.
No, I mean it's full dollars, but like the return, because when you lose, you got to double up. I'll check that math. I'll get back to you.
Yikes!
Hey, it's not negative. It's more than the stock market's returning right now.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking Fathead Brewery's Jungle Juice. That's their orange infused IPA. It's a dog. Like I said, if you've ever had any IPA that adds citrus at any level, it's that good. But I mean, this just tastes like orange juice. It's delicious.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
What a finish to the show. Great work, Mookie. And then Biscuit pointing out something that I hadn't realized before. He said, is that the hold music from the employment line? And it does sound like the hold music that you get when you call into like a bunch of different places. You might have stumbled on something there. Mook, what are you drinking tonight, dog or no dog?
I had Eric Moore Cowbell. It was a dog. It was a dog from Single Cup Beer Smiths. I think it just had a rough start to it, but once it settled in, it worked out just fine. No, even better than just fine. It was delish.
Oh, delish. It's
Delish.
so good.
Well, because, just fine is like, it's just fine. No, this was good.
It's so damn good, I can't finish the word delicious. That's too many syllables. It's just delicious.
Yeah, you know what? I'll stick with that. Yeah, because it got me feeling just fine. Just fine.
I had Chonk Dark Cherry Sunday Sour from Drecker Brewing Company. Definitely a dog until I got to the end, and it did get chewy, and I did not like that at all. Like I took a swig and then had to chew, and I thought I was going to throw up. Shitty. Yes, that is what the song is meant to be, is sexy time. Like this is
Oh yeah,
it's feeding the ducks, baby. That's alone sexy time, but you know what I mean. You know what. Guys, this was a show. Good Lord. Sticking with Baker Mayfield, huh? That's
hell of a take.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a really fun one. I hope you enjoyed it. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. If you're new here, around. It's a good time. Wrong picture there. There you go. Be sure to follow the show at Craft Brewed Sports. We're on all the social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. So follow us there. Also, shout out to everybody in the Facebook group. It's really the only reason we have Facebook anymore. Go join the Facebook group. It's the show between the show. The comment section come to life. So go hit that up. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there. And the awesome podcast on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Snow bunnies.
You'll never walk alone. Horns up.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on,